Out front now, Representative Haley Stevens, Democrat from Michigan, who is co-president of the freshman class. I appreciate your time, Congresswoman. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What's your reaction, the president, to this letter that I just read and we were going through? The president doing this to Nancy Pelosi's trip.
Well, look, I'm absolutely concerned about the national security breach with the president's actions, and it is ridiculous and it's childish. And I've been in Congress for 2 weeks, Aaron, and I have voted 9 times to reopen the government. We need to reopen this government. I represent a district from southeastern Michigan. We make cars. I've got an incredible workforce. We're waiting for those new cars to get off the product line, but yet the EPA testing center that would approve those new cars to get on the road is shuttered. And so our economy is being hampered. We're $1.2 billion loss every week. Our GDP is taking a ding. We need to act, and we need to act now. And that's what we've been doing. That's what we're waiting on the Senate to do, and certainly the president.
Now, when it comes to this trip, obviously, you know, it's something that has been planned. The president took one to Iraq during the shutdown. These are the points I just made. But the question is, should the speaker have gone to cancel this earlier? Should she be traveling during a shutdown anywhere?
I have a lot of respect for the national security process in place. Certainly the troop visit, the visit to NATO and reassuring our allies, that is her responsibility as third in command to the presidency.
So you're all right with that part. I want to play for you what Congressman Mark Meadows said. He was talking about the State of the Union address, which, of course, the speaker, came out and said, oh, that should be postponed until the shutdown is over. Here he is.
I think he'll give the State of the Union somewhere else, and Nancy Pelosi's politics will come back to bite her.
Come back to bite her?
This isn't politics. That is national security. To set up the State of the Union, you need the Secret Service, you need security measures in place. It's a weeks-long ordeal. I've been in conversation with House administration about the State of the Union from before I was even sworn in. You have all elected members of the federal government assembled in one body. It's something we need to take seriously. It's not politics. It's good governance, Aaron. And that's what this new Congress, by the way, is all about. We are about serving the American taxpayer who's paying for this dysfunction. This is at the expense not only of the 800,000 workers who aren't getting a paycheck, which is absolutely absurd. This is also about the taxpayers who are repeatedly paying for this chaos and confusion. We need to get back in the business of good governance. That's where we're standing. That's what our caucus is working towards. And frankly, I believe that's what we're going to deliver.
So when Kirstjen Nielsen, obviously, who oversees Secret Service, says they're fine, they've got it all under control, you think she's playing politics or not telling the truth when it comes to security for the State of the Union?
I have a lot of doubts about that. I do. And I believe that we need to put at the forefront a good government for people. We certainly want to have a safe and secure State of the Union. Our House administration is working in lockstep with the Secret Service. We need to take that seriously. It's being evaluated. And frankly, I don't think we have ever had a Congress sworn in during a partial government shutdown. This is a disgrace. We know it's ridiculous. We know it's got to end. We need to be negotiating when the government is open. And I got elected, Aaron, because I talked about our manufacturing economy. I talked about the great innovation coming out of my region. That's what I want to deliver for. I want to stand up for our taxpayers, and I want to make sure our government's working for people.
And yet, the president makes this point that he wants a wall. And look, the Republican who happens to have the longest border section in the country, Will Hurd, thinks it's a terrible idea, right? It doesn't work. But tons of people on both sides of the aisle say there should be more wall or a better wall or fill in the blank fence, whatever you want to call it, in certain places. Are you for that? And if so, shouldn't you guys just go ahead, put up the white flag and talk to him?
Make no mistake about it, Aaron. I'm a Democrat, and I stand for improved border security. That is something that we need to take seriously. We need to be listening to people like Will Hurd, who are representing districts with those long border stretches. It's certainly an interesting district. I care a lot about this opioid epidemic. And right now, we can't even address the opioid epidemic in this country because our government shut down. And so some of the resources to take care of those who are suffering and struggling with addiction, they don't have access to those resources. We know we need to take border security seriously. We need to improve technology. We need to improve the personnel, the humanitarian needs. We've got components of a deal. We need to reopen our government. That is priority number one.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, Congresswoman. Thank you.
Thank you.